Good afternoon, ladies and gents, all my fellow subscribers. I know I don't say this much, but I would say share. I want to say share the vids. I don't know how important the content is to y'all, but trying to get my name out there. But anyway, come one, come all, spontaneous views. I'm back at it once again with this. I guess you could say it's a weekly car chronicles. And the topic for today is about Pangea, which can also relate to globe earth, flat earth, I like to say true earth. I got that from the Clubhouse video I was on a few weeks ago. But anyway, I'm having a conversation with my my cuz on my Facebook chat, and he was talking about what was he actually talking about? I don't even know how the topic even got on Pangea. That's what's funny about it. We were talking about, African, dealing with something about Africa. I can't really recall the whole thing now. I wish I would have went back to it, but he brought up a topic about Pangea, and I'm, it's at this point in time, family, we just have to use critical thinking. Of course, I believed in Pangea, back in the day, when I was indoctrinated, I should say. Yes, I believed in Pangea. It made sense. If you look at the maps, it looks like a puzzle. But as you get older and as you research and it's just basic critical thinking. We have to understand that Pangea is BS. This is one thing I wanted him to point out. I said Pangea. Okay, you say you believe in Pangea. I gave him two scenarios. The first one I said was, okay, if you remove all of the water that's on the globe, are you saying that the land masses are not connected up under the sea? Let's think about that. Pangea. They told us that Pangea. Now this is the information that I was privy to. They said that the land masses move about 1 inch or so per year. I'm now in my mid-40s, and that means that those land masses would have moved since I was aware of it. Those land masses should have moved at least 40 to 50 inches over my lifetime. Now, when you're dealing with mass as far as continents moving, that may not be a lot. But let's face it, since we've been privy to Pangea, right? Obviously, the maps that we're looking at right now will not be the same. It will be impossible for a map from 100 years ago to look the same as it do now. If that theory is correct about the tectonic plates or the continents spreading apart, they're constantly spreading apart. If that's the case, then the maps should look a little different than what we see now. Even if it's only 50 inches or 100 inches but the point I'm trying to make is, as long as they've been talking about Pangea, and if this event occurs, that means we should see some type of significant change. I don't want to say significant. We should see a slight change in the maps that we see when they show the globe Earth. But again, it's BS. Pangea is something that was made up. One thing we have to realize again, and this is how they can get you with Pangea, and I said this in my last video, prior video. What they're doing is they're hiding land. I keep saying that. So it's easy for them to say, oh, Pangea is you can believe in Pangea. Yeah, of course, because you're not thinking in your mind about any other landmass that's on this so-called Earth. So of course you can believe in Pangea, and of course. But again, I just need somebody to answer this for me. If you remove all of the water that's on the Earth, are you saying that the land masses are not connected? And if they are connected, how can they be moving apart from each other? And if they are not connected, that means we will have earthquakes and tsunamis almost every other day, if not every day. Because again, if we're going from the heliocentric model, which is a globe ball Earth that's spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, you're telling me that we wouldn't have more earthquakes on a globe that's spinning 1,000 miles an hour going around when the tectonic plates land that's up under the sea is not connected? Again, this is critical thinking. This is us really understanding that what we've been told and taught in school was a lie. So this topic is about Pangea. I'm just going to reiterate that. Yes, 20, 30 years ago, yes, I believed in Pangea. Yes, I did. But now I realize, once I got into this, flat earth discussion, you start to think like, yeah, Pangea is bogus. And it is, family. It's bogus. There's no such thing as Pangea. Just deal with it. And I'm going back with my family, and he's telling me that he's teaching me. He said he's teaching me. I'm like, you cannot teach me something that I've already been schooled or indoctrinated with. Like, what are you teaching me? It's not like, that's just like the globe earth conversation. What can a globalist tell me about the globe that I don't already know? I know most of it is all about theory. It's nothing that you can't prove it the same way you tell a flat earther or a true earther that they can't prove it. You can't prove a globe. So again, Pangea, let's nip that in the bud. Like, that's not it. There's no such thing as Pangea. Yeah, it was exciting back in the day, but when you really think about it, let's just think back. Let's just go from when the heliocentric model came out, let's just say around 500 years ago, with Copernicus and Galileo and all these figures that probably never even existed. To be honest with you, like, where is their lineage at? Like, who are their descendants? And if you're saying that Galileo and Plato's and all these people that dealt with or came up with the globe earth with really no science, they came up with a so-called thesis of it, where is their lineage at? And if you're telling me that you can't find their lineage, or their lineage is not present, what I mean by being present, they're not involved in our society, that should let you know something even more damaging, that, okay, well, maybe these people are part of a secret society. And we already know that secret societies basically are controlled organizations, organizations that try to control the masses of how you think and everything else. And anything else in life, it's all about control. So why would I believe a people or an organization that's not going to do me no good? It doesn't make sense. It makes no sense. So again, I mean, I'm really trying to be I mean, I want to be adamant. Well, I am adamant about it, but this is cut and dry. I'm not gonna waste too much of y'all time. Yeah, Pangea is bogus. You know, you're gonna have to prove more to me about Pangea, but I don't believe it. And again, I'm still waiting on my family to come back in the chat and give me some type of answers to what I posed to him. He still hasn't. I asked simple questions. I asked, if the tectonic plates are connected, then how can you have Pangea? How can you have the tectonic plates moving a certain distance per year? And if they're not connected, that means we will have earthquakes and tsunamis. Excuse me. We'll have those every other day. Think about it. We will have, there's no way you're going to have land that's in the sea that's not constructed to or on some type of pillar or stationary, I should say. How is it not going to be stationary? But yet we don't have any type of earthquakes. We don't have any type of tsunamis. We don't have any of that. Excuse me, my throat. a little parched. Just think about it. We have to, you know, use critical thinking. That's all I'm asking. Critical thinking, family. But yeah, this subject was about Pangea, and I'm not dealing with it. You know, Pangea is not something that we need to be talking about in the year 2022. This is not it, family. So again, I'm signing out. Little quick video, Car Chronicles. Come one, come all, spontaneous views, and you already know it's flat.